Today, I want to talk about sports. Baseball, basketball, rugby ball, wiener dog, skiing, down on the beach, sports. That is the song by the Viagra Boys titled Sports. While Sebastian Murphy might just be having a good time, he also might be talking about the unchecked aggression we all feel towards sports institutions in America today. And as a guy that knows ball, and even more puck, I think this rings true. You can't even go to a game anymore. And hey, why would you go anyway? Because the team sold their best player off because they didn't want to pay him that much money. Oh, you can just stay at home and watch it. Where? On what streaming service can I even watch the game anymore? Tell me, where can I watch the Bruins? Is it on Fubo? Is it on Freevee? How about, can someone give me their blinko.gov account? Where can I watch the fucking game? Who is behind this paywallification of sports? I'll give you one guess. Emmett, who do you think it is?
I have no idea.
It doesn't really feel like you're even engaged.
I am. I'm listening.
Yeah, you're listening.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Okay. Yeah, on the couch. From the people that brought you Buy Up Your Grandma's Nursing Home and Close Roll Hospitals, it's private equity. They're back. With private equity taking a stake in over 75 major sports teams across North America, we here at Bad Ideas believe this is just the beginning of something even more sinister in the works. Can you say Little League World Series, sponsored by Blackrock? So from the top down, we've come to find out that private equity is taking over sports. Welcome, folks, to Bad Ideas with Alec Flynn. Welcome to Bad Ideas with Big Al. This is a video essay series that does not rely on any AI for any of its research. I'm just a guy that likes to read a lot and let you know what the fuck is up. Today, I will mostly be taking from two main sources. June Lee's op-ed in the New York Times, How American Leagues Sold Out and Shattered Sports Culture, and Kenny Jacoby's piece in the USA Today titled Lord of the Rinks, the CEO cashing in on your kid's team. Let's start with private equity in pro sports, shall we? Now, for all you fucking ding-dongs that aren't keeping up, private equity refers to investments in companies that are not yet traded on public stock markets. The underlying purpose of private equity investing is to achieve returns on investments that may not be achievable in the public market. So instead of maybe buying into a public company, buying shares of Microsoft, so to say, people are instead buying private companies, maybe even with the goal of bringing them public. But more often than not, they have an investment horizon of 4 to 7 years. And in that time period, you might see private equity do things like cutting costs, trimming the fat, streamlining a business so that later on they can show massive profits and returns. Hell, maybe they're even cutting it up for parts and selling those off. It's all about returns. ROI, your return on investment. June Lee, in his piece, stated that for decades, our national sports leagues, National Football League, NHL, etc., operated more like civic institutions. These organizations may have always chased the mighty dollar, capitalism, but they also wanted their sports to last. So they cared about strengthening such powerful, intangible local pride, generational fandom, public ritual. Tradition was good business. Community built loyalty. Loyalty built value. That was the secret to success for a lot of these owners. Now, granted, no matter how much you hate Jerry Jones or Robert Kraft for being old white dudes who love getting tugged off in the owner's box, there was something to be said about having the local guy who done good come by and buy up the team, just trying to get the guys to win. Granted, they're always trying to squeeze your best players out of a good contract and, get your local government to create tax cuts so they can build a new stadium that goes directly to them. But look, this segment isn't about the owners. The owners are the devil you know. Private equity is the devil you don't. Fucker! Private equity stands to be the devil we don't know. Wearing one of those weird little vests. I see, here's the thing. I never understood the vest because you're really leaving a lot of area uncovered if you feel cold. I mean, there can't be that much heat just in this area alone. I don't know. If you got really cold, wouldn't you just tuck your arms into it? You look like a hot dog. I digress. These gray beards, and in some cases gray bushes, shout out Robert Kraft, are getting out and selling to private equity. Private equity spits in your hometown pride. They scoff at keeping a big star player under a key contract. And they want you to drink a $19 beer like the little piggy they think you are. They have one mandate: cut the fat, trim the excess. But instead of going public or flipping to the next bidder, sports franchises are a long-term play. You can't go public with the Cincinnati Reds. But here's what they can do. They can raise ticket prices. They can renovate just luxury boxes if they want to, because those are the people that are going to spend the most money, right? Those corporate sponsors. Speaking of sponsors, they can put sponsorships on every single piece of clothing that you buy, every single part of the field, every single part of the stadium. They could, and they could just also cut down salaries so that they don't have to pay any of their big stars. God damn it, why did they trade Jaylen Brown? Why? What did you a couple magic beans and Paul George? The man's a geriatric. You can't put a wheelchair on the court. To private equity, your team is not a local institution. No, it is an asset. Part of a portfolio that expects returns. You might be thinking, well, Alec, if the adults can't enjoy sports, well, at least the tykes will have access to the beautiful games that speckled our childhood with wonderful memories. Private equity is this nameless beast that the big boys and girls have to grapple with, right? Right? Meet Murray Gunty. And before we get into Murray Gunty, I'm going to take a cig break. Look, it's summer school. I shouldn't be working this hard. So I'm going to leave you guys with the teacher that has to follow around that kid that threw the chair at me the other week. Looking at you, Kyle. Fucking watch it, all right? Enough.
Okay. We're going to watch a movie about birth. If anyone talks, I'm writing your name down. Murray Gunty, let's talk about him. This guy puts the G in cunt. If I could describe Murray Gunty in a simple way, he's the man your lady dreams about, in that he buys the ring. Ooh, look who we have here. Look who we have here. I'm gonna do something progressive and draw a vagina squirting all over him. Murray Gunty. Murray Gunty. As a graduate student at Harvard Business School in 1992, what an old bag, his classmates caught him tampering with votes to help elect himself president of a prestigious student organization, the Finance Club. What a fucking loser. You're already at turbo nerd school, then you gotta manipulate it to be like, I wanna be the favorite one. Guntygate, as the campus newspaper that broke the ethics scandal called it, oh my God, can you imagine when that news headline hit? People read that and were like, what a fucking virgin. This prompted national headlines and calls for his expulsion. Instead, Gunty wrote in a public apology letter that he had convinced administrators to, among other things, let him author an ethics case study to be used in the school's curriculum. Now you have to hand it to him, that is a incredibly genius piece of shit move. Hey, I know I did something fucked up. Let's make it about me. Let's take something that I did and use it as a teaching moment for what not to do. Now I want to take a tangent to talk about Blackstone because this is a mild point of passion that I have. I will interchangeably refer to them just cause. Blackstone, Blackrock, and to me they are equally gigantic, evil pieces of shit. And I think it's good if you've never known that there was another one. That's the thing. You thought there was one Thanos, there's two. That's what I'm trying to say. After graduating from Harvard, Gunty landed jobs with the Blackstone Group, a New York investment bank, and other private equity firms before starting his own in 2002. Again, 10 years prior, this guy's rigging votes as a teen, and now he's got his own private equity group. I mean, you have to be a special kind of devil to accelerate that fast in 10 years. He started 2 private equity funds and an advisory firm, which he headed, that managed the funds. He called his firm Blackstreet Capital Management. Okay. Blackstreet Capital Management focused on buying companies on the brink of financial collapse, injecting them with short-term cash, slashing costs, and streamlining operations before flipping them to bigger firms at a profit. So if you didn't put that one together, this guy is the used car salesman of corporations. One of these companies was Simplicity Brand Bassinets. On August 2008, the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission urged parents and caregivers to immediately stop using a line of Simplicity Brand Bassinets connected to the deaths of 2 babies. Nothing funny about baby death. The infants had slipped through, sorry. This is not funny. The infants had slipped through a gap between the mattress and a side rail. The gap was wide enough to fit their bodies, but narrow enough to trap their heads, causing them to fall through, hang. Yikes.
You want me to get this part?
Yeah, go ahead and do this part. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Good Lord.
Okay, so what you're looking at here,
dead baby class.
I know what everybody's thinking. How did that really happen? So we got a thing right here. Here's the fake baby.
No, wait.
Okay.
Wait. No. We got to break the fourth wall. I came in here and said a video about birth, not knowing that this was on the menu at all. I had no clue. Secondly, is this the fucking image from court?
Yes.
This is what they use in court.
This is what they use in court. So
Oh
look,
my God.
How else are you supposed to know? So here's the rail, right? Now you can imagine this guy. This guy is a bit rambunctious, right? Hey, that's what I like to call pre-ADHD. That's what they diagnosed me with.
Imagine your fucking grandfather being on the jury looking at this image. Just.
And he's thinking to himself, I'm going to get a baked potato for lunch. So yeah, dead baby right here. Now, let's talk more about Blackstreet Group. Now, what they were thinking, you know, most of these people, right, they're really reputable folks. They're going to come in, they're going to say, knock it off. But according to the government's notice, Blackstreet claimed it was not responsible for the products manufactured before the acquisition. Even as the Pulitzer Prize-winning Chicago Tribune investigation found that they continued to distribute them to retailers.
Surprise.
By August 2009, they had stopped responding to customer complaints and no longer conducting day-to-day operations. Gunty said the incident was, quote, a long time ago, and could respond later with more information.
This guy.
Meanwhile, 2 more babies died, by the way.
This guy was selling a baby guillotine.
2 more babies died. In February of 2016, Gunty would begin a new enterprise with his Blackstreet Group, Youth Sports.
What a guy, dude.
You know who this guy is?
Baby Gronk?
That's Baby Gronk. All right, extra points.
He's the only one that survived the Blackstreet Capital Management death crib. Baby Gronk's neck went through, and they're like, that fucking kid's a corner. That kid's a corner.
Leave him there. Let's see if we can stretch his limbs. In short order, he used Blackstreet Capital Holdings, his firm for long-term investments, to transform the youth hockey club in his local Maryland area for a vehicle for college recruitment and a revenue stream for his businesses, creating Black Bear Sports Group. Gunty would go on that year to purchase up small rinks around Maryland and some youth programs as well. Hey, kind of harmless, right?
Yeah.
Right? Just a couple. Hey, I'm trying to help out. You know, we want to make sure the kids have a place to play that's well-funded. They get all the best equipment. You know, they can get their skates sharpened, right?
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah.
No big deal.
And let me be ultra clear in case the Blackstreet Capital Management legal team is watching. Gunty is precisely the man I would want in charge of anything youth equipment related in my family. Well, can I just say, because I've been sitting here with like a shit-eating grin. I need to add some levity. I think it's patently hilarious that this guy killed 4 babies. And Gunty, if you're watching this, I want you to, this ain't a technicality. You killed 4 babies. Wear that when you go to bed tonight.
Technically only killed 2 because it was after, well, you know, what are you going to do? In the first 4 years, Black Bear bought 14 rinks in Maryland, Illinois, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Connecticut. In most cases, for less than $5 million each. When COVID-19 pandemic shut down in-person events across the country, Black Bear pace accelerated, scooping up 33 more rinks in the next 6 years. You know where this rink is? Do you know where this rink is?
No.
South Boston, Massachusetts. home of the UMass Boston Lighthouses, the Beacons, and the BC High Eagles, baby. Let's go, Super 8. As Black Bear bought rinks, it also took control of many of the teams inside of them. Some it purchased outright, other long-standing local organizations it squeezed out and replaced with in-house for-profit teams. And once it controlled enough teams, Black Bear withdrew them from many of the community-based leagues they had long competed in and started its own for-profit leagues, which those teams joined. The depleted competition in the old leagues led to non-Black Bear teams to follow suit. It's sort of a case of, you with me? And if you're not with me, you're against me.
Yeah. I think it's more of a case of, hey, did you like playing hockey? You're going to play it my way now.
And you're going to play way more of it.
Yeah, a fuck ton of it.
And if your parents don't drive you to it, we'll have someone come pick you up. You're not going to like who it is. Soon you have an ecosystem of teams, facilities that are all controlled by one mega youth sports conglomerate. This is what we would say in the economics program of St. Anselm College, tying, offering products as a package to force consumers into a choice of less desirable products. Usually you want to go out and you want to be able to say, hey, I want the best of each different category. But with tying, Black Bear is creating a monopoly through downstream acquisition.
Heated rivalry producers, here's one for you. Put two gay children in a youth hockey program and tell the story of their heterosexual parents trying to pay for them to be in the league. And then when the kid tries to come out at 12, he's like, Dad, I'm in love with my teammate. I don't want to play hockey anymore. I don't give a fuck. I paid $150,000 over the last 10 years for you to play this game. You're going to take this shit all the way to college, dude. Be gay over there, too.
If you'll take a look at this chart right over here, we have essentially the web that Black Bear has created. The entities in Black Bear's sprawling hockey empire may use different names and logos, but all fall under Black Bear Sports Group. They even have a streaming arm. Would you believe that, Noel?
No.
Did you know that if you can't make it to your son's game, you can pay $14.99 per game or $330 a year to stream all of Black Bear's youth sports games on their website?
I couldn't think of a lesser interesting streaming platform. Kids just stinking it up at hockey. That is crazy, man. Yeah, charging to see your children. Yeah, my nephew, he plays Little League, and they film all of those games too. Yeah, that fucked me up. That messed me up. My nephew literally, he goes, last game I hit a triple. I'm like, that's awesome, man. And I thought he was gonna tell it to me like a personal story, a personal experience. And he goes, Dad, can I have your phone? And he pulls out effectively like a kick clip. It's like a Twitch clip of his triple. That fucked me up because he didn't tell me he hit the triple. He didn't describe what he felt when he connected with the ball. He just sat there like a zombie being like, on the footage.
Do you watch it and you're like, yeah, it's more of a single with errors though. You also got to think about the streaming arm where it's like the only people that really want to stream their kids' games are people in prison. Who's paying $15 from prison? You don't make that much in canteen. Now, let's connect the graphs, shall we? As you'll see, Black Bear Sports Group owns all of these venues. Now, all the Black Bear teams play out of Black Bear run venues. So therefore, the Black Bear Run venues host all of the Black Bear Run leagues. And all the Black Bear Run leagues only host Black Bear Run clubs. Effectively, Black Bear owns and operates more than 40 clubs across the Northeast and Midwest, some which compete at more than one tier of competition. And Black Bear teams compete in 16 different hockey leagues, half of which it owns or controls. Downstream monopolization. Tying. Call me fucking Robert Keynes, bro.
Worth reiterating, this looks like a web for a very complex financial apparatus for, I don't know, like crypto or something. This is children's hockey.
This is children's sports. Someone with a degree in business from Harvard, Gunty, pitched that entire graph that I don't know why I took off the fucking screen. You gotta understand, there are grown-ass adults in boardrooms talking to investors saying we start by buying the rinks. Once we have the rinks, then we kick out all the non-league teams. We create our own leagues. Then our leagues get our own clubs. Soon, every single part of the youth sports hockey ecosystem is under our control. And if they don't want to play ball, fuck them. Let's see how they do it exactly, shall we, Noel?
Yeah.
Here's a powerful quote I'd like you to read. Here we go. We're all paying so much money each year, and they take away more and more, said Stephanie Kerweel, a New Jersey hockey parent who in 2023 paid $4,600 for her 9-year-old son's spot on a Black Bear team. That doesn't include hundreds more for hotels, travel, uniforms, equipment, and a $175 tryout fee. Let's just recap that real quick. Let's talk about the price of equipment. An entire hockey setup, right? Let's say you've already got some pre-existing stuff, maybe you need some new sticks. Either or, in any given year, you're spending upwards of $750. Now let's talk about uniforms for an entire team for an entire year, including practice uniforms. You're looking at another, let's say, $250. Now let's talk about hotels. I mean, God, maybe if you're even sharing with another family on the road, that might still come out to, let's say, 7 tournaments a year, maybe even less. Let's say even 3 tournaments a year. He's not that good, okay? That's going to be another $750, maybe even $1,000 at the end of the line. Traveling himself, let's go gas to and from the rink for practices and games. Let's talk about even travel games. Let's put that up to like maybe even $500 a year on a good gas year, right? I might even be low on that. Think about all these added fees. And on top of that, the real slap in the dick has got to be $175 for the tryout fee. It's saying, hey, even if your kid isn't good enough and we don't deem him enough to pay all this money to be on our fucking team, we still need that 175. But hey, if you do make it, it only costs you about $10K.
I was gonna say, I think now that's probably 2 seats at an AMC movie. That's about what you boys are gonna spend on the Odyssey premiere.
Dude, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Here's how they do it, Noel. So, Christine George, president of the nonprofit North Hills Amateur Hockey Association. When Black Bear came in 2021, it bought Pittsburgh Ice Arena, the home of the association's youth teams. The first year, pretty simple. You know, they came in, they said, hey, nothing's going to change. We're just going to make a couple tweaks to the rink, no big deal. Then in 2022, Black Bear approached the association's parent-run board with a proposal to buy its teams for $1. Brandon, being one of the associates of Black Bear, pitched the idea as a boon for players who would benefit from Black Bear's professional coaches, marketing support, multiple board members, and through all that. So, giving control of the region's oldest youth hockey organization, founded in 1964, that's how old the Pittsburgh Vipers are, to a for-profit company was a non-starter, says Amanda Rose, a board member. But as she and her other parents learned, the proposal wasn't so much as an offer as it was a demand.
Wait, so time out. They offer to buy the team for $1, and they relent. They sell them for $1 to this huge corporation.
No, the board says no. This is a non-starter. So if you actually look at
sorry, your huge fucking shoulder was blocking the. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Stoked you said that. Cut to these two parents being like, "You're not gonna let me play hockey? What the heck?"
You just gotta know you're not gonna let me play hockey or
He's
what?
not gonna let me play hockey, dude. Now my kids gonna be running around the house.
I can only do Philly. I can't do deep pit.
Deep pit's good.
Yeah.
After the board refused to sell the Black Bear, Brandon in December 2022 told parents that the rink would no longer rent ice time to most of the association's teams.
That is crazy, objectively.
Its 5 Elite Tier 1 teams, the top level of youth competition, could stay, but players on its lower level teams, called the Pittsburgh Vipers, would either have to join Black Bear's new in-house teams or find another rink. And you know, rinks aren't like basketball courts or baseball fields or football fields. This isn't a thing that every high school has. These are all stuff that, you know, usually the nearest one might be 15 minutes away if you're lucky. You know, if you're somewhere like Massachusetts or Minnesota, it's probably closer, but Pittsburgh, come on.
Yeah.
It's almost like it was a hostile takeover, Rose said. You just don't go in and take out an organization that's been a staple in the Pittsburgh area for so many years.
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? You took our fucking rink, yo.
Dude, what the heck? There was nowhere to go. Throughout the 2023-24 season, parents on the association's board scrambled to buy whatever ice slots they could find at the few other nearby rinks. including late on weeknights. It wasn't sustainable. And in February 2024, the board voted to fold the Vipers after 60 years. Shout out Pittsburgh Vipers. We stand by you here at Bad Ideas. Remember our boy Murray Gunty? Well, surely, if he's got such a big control, he can find in his heart to save an organization that's been so near and dear to the community, can't he? Gunty described the Vipers as a failing organization to whom he tried to lend a helping hand. He said they didn't survive because they were, quote, a very difficult organization and that they didn't want to work with us. Quote, we don't place any value on the Vipers. Keyword value. We don't think it's worth anything. So we just went ahead and started our own. It's not worth it. Like that team that, your older brother played for and your older cousin played for and, that got you into hockey that said, like, don't worry about the fee. I know, your parents are going through it right now. He said, don't worry about it. Just come on in. We're going to get you set up with a couple skates and you can use your brother Mike's hockey stick. Yins? Fuck them. That holds no value for us. I can't quantify that on a spreadsheet. As one Mike Gunty would say, if they don't like what we're doing, they can leave. And that, folks, kind of summarizes private equity in the sports culture. At the top, they're squeezing out the watcher, the consumer of the sport itself. And from the bottom and at the grassroots, they're squeezing out the children and families that want to use this as an escape, as an integral part of your community and in your life growing up. I mean, how many of us would be even able to play Little League if it wasn't subsidized by your town?
I have no clue. My parents never put me in sports.
You might be asking yourself, how do we combat this? How do we stop private equity from completely paywallifying all of our sports? Remember those shirtless guys that would swing their shirts around at the baseball stadiums? That was a craze that took over last year. We need these guys. We need guys like me, guys like you, showing up to sporting events, whether it's youth, whether it's high school, college, pro, taking your shirt off, swinging your shirt around, and if that doesn't get people's attention, start breaking shit. The property class will only respond to property damage, destruction. I don't care whether it's Petco or Fenway. Take a chair, rip it out, and throw it onto the field. Make these places unsustainable as investments. Because if they don't see them as institutions, we will make them unstable investments. We will make them so that you cannot hold them in the portfolio. You will be taking losses because we're going to make an environment so fucking dangerous that no one's showing up.
And for legal reasons, this is a satire.
You're at your little nephew's travel ball game that they pay $4,000 a year for. This guy shows up. Just starts staring at the coach. Okay? Hey, you're at the high school where they're like, oh man, we had to pay an extra fee just for ice time this year. My boy. Get my boy in there. Okay?
Yo, what? No, bring that back. Bring that back. Look at that tattoo. Is that Oscar the Grouch as his belly button?
No, that's the Philly Fanatic.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
And that's Gritty above him.
Got it. Damn it. God damn it, the fuck.
Get this guy.
Go Birds, yo.
Get these guys going, all right? Start creating ruckus. Because soon, hopefully, we'll all just be able to take our shirts off and relax. And that's really the hope I want for this country. I want us to be able to chill out, enjoy sports, America's pastimes, without thinking to myself, hey, will all this be going away soon? Noel, it's been a pleasure and an honor to have you here.
Thanks for having me, dude.
From all of us here at Bad Ideas with Big Al, I want to thank you. I really appreciate you. If you'd like to come see me live, I'm always on tour, whether it's San Diego at the end of August or
St. Louis.
St. Louis, whether it's San Diego, St. Louis,
Indianapolis,
whether it's Irvine Improv, who knows?
And let me say, this guy goes to the places that he believes in so much.
I go to the places that not only do I want to see you, I want to kiss you on the forehead. I'm going to show up to your house. I'm going to let your dog hop on my shoulders. I'm going to rub his belly just like that.
He's going to do that.
So folks, from all of us here, I really hope you learned something today. I gotta get out of here. I need a cig.
Do your thing.
Enough! Enough!
All right, who wants to go get the TV cart?